Champions.
Welcome back to the channel.
Man.
I was thinking that our video was a bit off there. I was just trying to troubleshoot some technical situations. I'm like, what happened here? Did we get robbed of one of our buttons? And so I was confused. This sense of confusion that I just had, which you just saw me having right now, is the same sense of confusion that I had, okay, when Bankman robbed the hood the first time and bought shares at Robinhood. Now, we see that this man, or at least the counter side, right, Robinhood, took a break from robbing the hood to buy back some of the robbed items
that was robbed from the
that
hood.
was robbed from the hood to buy shares of Robinhood. But what do we know? According to this article here, it says Robinhood to buy back Sam Bankman-Fried's stake of that FTX hoax, right? For $605 million.
Money gun. I keep telling y'all, man.
This is money laundering. It's actually continuing, if you think about it. Let me read this one line, then we're done. The 55 million Hood shares were owned by Sam Bankman-Fried. Let me add what they do not add on there. Owned by Sam Bankman-Fried, purchased with money laundered, stolen, ripped, extracted from the general society.
In the hood.
That would be me and you. But you're not even following the case. Now, it says a fellow FTX co-founder, Gary Wang, co-scammer, he was aware, through the emergent Fidelity Technologies. What are your thoughts on this, Double O? Can these people buy back these stocks legally and it's still not scam money, given that it was scam money that bought this thing?
People are not even following up with the court case. To talk less of following up with the fact that the hood that is already stealing from you is buying back money that somebody else stole from the hood. It's like literally hood activity here.
Hoodlums.
Hoodlums.
Of the highest level.
Of the highest level. Nobody talks about it. Yo, SBF took your money,
Yeah.
bought a bunch of companies. They are liquidating those companies,
Yeah.
or shutting them down. But for some reason, you don't shut down Robinhood. You just get to buy it back. Which
Exactly.
means that money laundering?
Listen,
Why is Robinhood buying back stolen money? Shouldn't just the money be returned?
they should return the shares. They should return it because this is what happened. Sam Bankman-Fried purchased. So Robinhood had these shares. Sam Bankman-Fried comes to stolen money. He says, "I'm going to buy." What was it? Was it 55? Was it 55 million
Million
shares?
shares of hood. That's
Okay.
a lot.
So he buys it, and now let's say these are the shares, right? Boom, here you go, right? 55 million shares. All of a sudden, it turns out that the money that I use, or that
You stole
used
it.
I
You
stole the money.
pens.
I stole the money to buy those shares. The feds have come after me. Okay, the average people that I've stolen this money from are waiting for their money.
But no,
No,
I
we're
got-
not giving them back their money.
I got money and I'll buy it again back.
Yes. Even though, like, this is the share. I've sold it to you already. Right? And now it turns out that the money is stolen. And I'm like, oh, wait, I'm going to come back and buy. Why don't you just give me this share back? I'll hold the share and I'll sell it to someone else. And then the law can take that money and send it back to the people that were. Am I confused?
Makes me wonder at what rate, at what amount did SBF buy that money? Buy those 55 million shares? Was it actually worth $605 million at the time?
Well,
How am I sure they're not trying to prep up the
We
hood
may-
price?
we will never know. So look at this. Seriously, it says the share repurchase agreement was approved by the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York,
Tell y'all,
August
man.
28th. You know, I feel like New York,
SEC is corrupt.
the governing offices in New York, yo. New York is not part of America. Y'all are running something else over there by yourself. Like this, y'all, do y'all even follow any laws? Why is it that New York is at the forefront of any crypto wreckage?
The ban all the exchanges back in the day and all the DeFi apps in New York. People could not even buy Bitcoin in New York.
Okay. Listen,
This
Robin,
is the SEC. This is the SEC again. So talking about they protect the retail investors. How are you protecting the retail investors if you're making big deals with the big corporations that is robbing everybody in the first place?
listen, this thing is a sham. I'm pretty sure there's some financial expert out there who can come up and be like, oh, well, there's a technical. Sir, I would like that explanation. Because as far as I remember, 1 + 1 is 2. It's basic economics, man.
I would say stock buyback.
So, because here's the thing. They have the shares now. They have the shares back.
Yeah, it's a stock buyback.
And they're saying they're and at the same time they say they're buying it back. But so you have the value. Where are you buying it
You
from?
do
though?
stock buybacks to increase the value of your stock. When you see Apple or Microsoft doing all the stock buybacks, you start seeing the price action of whatever asset that is going up.
Well, just
But how do you do a stock buy of a bunch of shares that
stolen
was stolen in the first place?
Exactly. Well, I think just to confirm what you're saying there, if we look at this line here, I lost my place a little bit here. Robinhood shares climbed about 3% to 11.21 during the early Friday trading session. Think about this. Actually, that is them.
Mm-hmm.
Because early Friday, this is pre-market, where the average people cannot get in.
There you go again. Pre-market, aftermarket.
The scam is real, ladies and gentlemen. All the while, okay? The
Accredited
scammer
investor.
Yeah, all the while, the scammer himself is going back and forth, barely even in prison. This man is casually in and out. Well, I only want to go on the weekends. Wake up. Wake up. Or all you ever do is complain about how difficult life is on TikTok. Okay? Life is very tough, ladies and gentlemen. It's even tougher when you're choosing to be dumb.
And not inform yourself.
Exactly. So make a different change, man. Listen, the standard in this country right now is so low. It's so disgustingly low. It's ridiculous. I can assure you, okay, if you step outside of the United States, people have a higher standard for themselves. Okay, when you look at like let's say for example the Philippines, right? I'm using this one because it's an example, just because like I know like a few people from the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked with a bunch of people from the Philippines in the past, and it's like I kind of get a vibe of how they operate on their side.
Mm-hmm.
These people are smart. These people come to the United States and they speak English, full-blown English. You have to think about what that means. They're just as informed, as educated as you are. But I think the morals, the standards.
Mm-hmm.
I've spoken previously on the channel about how when I came to this country, high school was a walk in the park for me.
Too easy. Did
The
that in primary
standards
school
were too
already.
low. I never studied, man. I just showed up and I got it done. I already know because I'm living it myself. The standards that people have today for themselves, for their educational level, for their
For the way governance
How
is
you say-
handled, for
Yes.
finance.
we can do better, man. Listen, I'm not trying to just sound mean and stuff like that. But this is, you could, I guess, call it tough love, whatever you want, man. But it's about discipline. Okay? If you do not, there's freedom in discipline. This is one thing people do not know.
Mm.
If you do not constrain yourself and make the sacrifices necessary, you will never ever come out of this situation. At the same time, these TikTok videos are also quite entertaining, so who cares? And at the same time too, I think that when you stay that way, there's definitely a bigger window or opportunity for people to take advantage of you. Think about this situation. Black issues monetized, gay issues monetized, women issues monetized. What is the other one again? The Transformers
Don't go there.
monetized. Okay, you get my point. Any sort of issue where the people are ignorant and complacent, there is somebody who is able to take advantage of it
It's an opportunity somewhere
and
for someone.
monetize it.
Yeah.
Where are you going to stand is the simple question, because we are not going to stand with, and I assure you, there's so many people in this country that are extremely smart. There's so many people in this country. Don't get me wrong. America is one of the greatest places on earth, period. Because everything that has brought us to this point so far has not necessarily been a result of complacency. It's a result of hard work, dedication, and all of these things that I'm talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a group of people that have a full, how would you say, grip on the situation. And it's about now fully controlling it for the rest of time so that everybody else cannot rise from the ashes like they did. Well, it's very simple. we have hard money.
Yep.
Money that is functioning, is global with no borders, and you can be part of that system.
Yep.
But you're uninformed about it.
Yep.
So somebody else is going to make some synthetic versions of these things.
Yep.
Monetize it.
Yep.
And you're going to pay for it.
You'll be buying it in an ETF. When you can just buy it by yourself and hold it.
Yes.
Store your own energy. Store your own value.
Yes, sir.
Why give it to Robinhood? Like, we've done videos about Aladdin. Robinhood is almost getting to that Aladdin level. They know your trades. They know what money. They can tell you, you know what, let's just give that guy a 5% buff on this return, because we know this is how many trades that are going long, or this is how many trades that are going short.
Yep.
They know the entire trade. Aladdin does the same thing. Aladdin does it so well, it controls nations.
Preach on.
So you're going to be putting your money in Aladdin, you're not going to win.
Preach on.
Just go ahead and buy Bitcoin. It owes it. Nobody's looking at Bitcoin trying to say, okay, I know how the blockchain works. I'm going to pump it up tomorrow. Nah, that's just all price action. Get your freedom back to yourself.
Okay. Well, we'll probably get cancelled for telling people to get your freedom back.
Sure. Shadow banned by Google.
But I think that only proves our point. SBF here and this Robinhood situation is a continuation of all this insanity due to the lack of information, or at least the lack of self-education. I understand that people don't know what they don't know. But we're in the age of technology. We're in the age of information. Everything you want to know is at your fingertips. There is no more excuses. Any final thoughts, sir?
Something just clicked. You just said that.
What's that?
Same SEC going after Coinbase, going after Binance, is selling shares that an exchange that was doing crypto. But why isn't the SEC going after Robinhood?
That is a very good question. How come they're able to come after Binance as they are, but they're not going after Coinbase?
Same SEC just approved X to sell Bitcoin and crypto.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Well, they say a word to the wise is sufficient. The question is if you're wise. I guess. I added to that one. I actually like that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Is there anything else you want to add before we close?
No, too much fire, man. I'm getting frustrated now, man.
Well, listen, man. You hit the people with some wise words there, so I love it. You know, it's absolutely powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, please do yourself a favor and subscribe to the channel. Okay, this is the future. Mark my words. This channel here is the future of finance on the Bitcoin standard.
STAKK Nation.
We're going to keep chugging along, one step at a time. But we cannot do this without you. Look at us. All 1,400 and something of us on the STAKK boat. And we are slowly rowing ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, help us row this boat. Row it further, because there are some waves ahead. We know that we are up front here. And we're rowing harder than we can. In fact, I'm getting set of arms put on the side of my grip, so that I can quadruple row. Okay? We really appreciate you guys rocking with us. It really means a lot. Be sure to also check us out on Twitter, STAKKFin. I keep calling it Twitter, X. I think we're all in the same boat on that one as well. And of course, we are also on Spotify as STAKK. You will not see many episodes, but don't worry. Like I said, this is the future. It's coming. Okay, we're going to crush it. Until next time, Brazen out.
Double O.